Yay. Awesome. What do you do while you're waiting for people to come in and finish your breakfast? Let's see. We have to do this differently. Yeah. Hey, Dawn. Okay, Dawn, you're my test subject. Can you hear me all right? I think there's going to be a lag in this. Great. If I had a pony, it would be the dog and pony show. Or is that the horse and pony show? Oh, it doesn't. All right. How are you doing today, Dawn? It is so hot in this room. Or am I having a hot flash? I don't know. Hey, Ambient. I'm glad you're good, Dawn. Did you like my title? Various pencils and the kitchen sink. Hey, Penny. Thanks for coming in. How are you, Ambient? How are you, Penny? Um, I think it should be at the top of. Okay. Oh, I found a feature I didn't know. All right. If you would like to join me on video, you can follow that link. It's also in the chat. Oh, hey, Kenny. You're exhausted. I'm sorry. Yes, weekend's coming. You're a goofball, puppy. I heard this weird noise and I look over and the puppy is just chewing on metal, the metal chair rung that's the bottom. Now he's getting into his bed. He's gonna lay down. Oh, he's so sweet. I'll have to take a picture of him and show you. Let's see if that works. Are you sure you're here, Shannon? Are you absolutely sure? Because you might be a figment. I call it. Somebody will say, "I'm here," and I said, "No, you're a figment." All right, good. Now that we have established you're really there, how are you? Shh, quiet. Good, good girls, quiet. When the neighbor dog starts barking, the big dog runs out. And then the little dog, the medium-sized dog, will, if I can't talk straight. They'll start barking too, or they'll try to stop the big dog if she's in here. And then the puppy, he's in his bed and he can't be bothered. We're too deep. Well, the shallow end's boring, so I don't know. Yes, yes. Oh, no, wait a minute. Isn't that on a Friday? That's today, right? The photo shoot? Or was it last night? um, what was the amen for? Trying to figure out how to make this go at the top. shallow end is boring. Oh, amen. Yes. Yeah, it's not much there. I mean, that's good. Okay. See, I even forget things in a stream that you just said or referenced or something. Or I said, I forget what I said. I'm okay. I really am okay. Oh yeah, I have a lot. The comebacks, I never know what they'll be. They just pop into my head. So that's fun. All right. So that link I just popped in there, that is if you want to join me on the live stream. I'm trying StreamYard today just so that I could do that if anybody wanted to. And I'm really tired of Streamlabs. Well, it's not in my contract to give more until about 5 minutes has passed. And then one of my favorite things to say is somebody says, "You're so funny." And I say, it's in my contract to be funny. So you can use that one free of charge. Would you like to see some of my stuff? Okay. Shannon might be interested in this. These weren't very expensive. I think maybe $6. It's, I thought it was going to be a little different than it is, but you see that? Okay. So it's that small, and I wanted it to be small. When I was looking for new brushes for either the distressed inks or chalk pastel or gel stick, I wanted something small. Well, I wanted something, and I saw the small one, and I thought, oh, that'll be nice. Yes, they are soft, and I don't know if that's good or bad. It's what it is compared to this one. They're soft. And it's just a little bit bigger than this one, which that's what I wanted too. So I might demonstrate that a little bit later. Would it be better if it were scrubby? I like that you can cover a little more space with this, so we'll give that a try. And it's got this little deal. We can put that down. And it's got these little holes at the bottom, I guess I don't know, keep the moisture out maybe. Yes, a tube they'll probably never stay in. But it looks scientific, so I might keep that if I want to look smart. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Yana. The other thing I got, well, this was last month, but it was just some washi tape. I have some really thin washi tape, and then I have these. I have another one that I can't find. Oh, there it is. A silvery one. Now, I've got these, which look like wood. I have used this one time, and I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I put this down on whatever paper I'm using, and I peel it off, and it still takes some paper with it. Hey, Whimsy. Thanks for coming in. And it's pretty sticky. Somebody said take the strip off that you're going to use and put it on your jeans or your shorts, whatever you have, and that will make it less sticky, which I did, but it didn't work. So I'm not sure if these are really good for putting around my pictures. I had two other ones that I had bought on sale from Joann's, and I can't find them. I'm always losing stuff. What is with me? But I wanted to get some that were plain, but not like bright colors. I wanted dark neutral colors. Let's see. It's a little less sticky. Is that grammatically correct? So I don't know. What do you think? People are always apologizing for the crinkly sound on their streams or recordings, and I think, keep going. I like that crinkly sound. There's some sounds I really love and some sounds I really don't love. And it might be different for everybody. So there's those. Got these from Amazon. 10 rolls, vintage brown. It's for scrapbooking, so it might not be your coffee. Yay! I've had one cup. I think I'm almost done with it. Yeah, it's done. But I won't have a second. I tried that one day, and it was toward the end of the stream, and stuff was flying everywhere. The book was wiggling. It didn't work. So the new medicine still makes me a little bit hyper, and I might shake more than usual. All right, let's look at the screen here. So if I put my hand here and take it away. I don't want to make you sick. Oh, good. This is a character from the company I work for. Yeah. Anyway, if you can't hear me very well, if the picture isn't making you sick, let me know. Or is making you sick. Yep. Thinking is hard today. So I was so excited about ink, the distressed ink, after I had done that map page that I wanted more. I have some big ones and they won't fit in here, but the small ones are less expensive, obviously, because they're smaller, but I like the variety of colors you can get with those. And these 4 here I got for about $6 with a coupon at Joann's. And this was on Amazon. I think it was $9. And I did order another one. It'll come Sunday, and I'll stick that there. So I will collect those. Okay. I'm not sure how to fix that on this app. shift videos, audio avatars, high definition, camera. It's not saying much. I could change the definition, but I would have to stop. I don't have a background. Keys. Picture in picture. I guess that would mean I have two cameras. All right. Well, it's not giving me that option. Probably if I bought a subscription, whatever, it probably would. So we'll just have to deal with that, I guess. Yes, that's another reason, Yana, that I wanted the small ones, is that I don't use them very often, and being that I'll get a variety, eventually Phyllis, maybe I'll more likely use them more often. All right. I have only 4 small ones. Started collecting the distressed crayons. Oh, how are you liking the distressed crayons, Whimsy? This is the one I was working on to finish on the live stream Tuesday, and I finished it. And I really like how it came out. So I used a lot of things on this. Ink tints, Prismas, Posca. I might have used a little Grisaille, I'm not sure. Maybe a little watercolor. See if I can find it. Oh, a little bit of Stardust, Jelly Roll Stardust. Yeah, I remember using a little bit of watercolor there. So I think I might do something different with these clouds if I could do it again. And this right here, I think I would extend it to here, right to the edge, and then start, and then start the blue there. But it's all right. I was trying to do, shading and highlighting with the sun would be on his back and on the oh, you see, I could have made that white, a little more white. And I was trying to do moonlight over here, and I used Posca for the stars. And I attempt to do a little galaxy thing going here. It doesn't look great without the stars on it. And I agree with somebody said, if you're doing a galaxy background, the little stars make everything okay. If you don't like it, it's okay. Oh, and also I have Wink of Stella. I'm not sure you can see that. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I really, really do. But if you get a chance to see Nico, see her picture, it just blows mine out of the water. I would love it if she had a tutorial. She said she did half of it on a live stream. Maybe I can go look at that, but then I've already done the page. I mean, just that picture, seeing her picture might make me go get this book, another copy of this book. Oh, by the way, this is Enchanted Earth. I might get another copy just so that I can make it like hers or something else. But then I could do some of the stuff she's doing on another page. Doesn't have to be that one. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's next level stuff, and I'm like, okay, how can I go to the next level? But I'm just going to keep going and keep learning from other colorists. And this one I'm continuing to work on. It is from Aviary, and this is a page that I probably wouldn't have done if I wasn't practicing something. And I like how it's coming out. I was going to line the different leaves here with some kind of pin, but I mean, I tried paint, I tried pin, I tried acrylic. Did I try the acrylic? I don't remember if I did that. And it wasn't working, so I said, well, let's just leave it for now. We're just practicing anyway. And then I did this one with gouache. So this is all done in gouache. I wanted to practice doing gouache. And mostly I used it as is. Some of it I added some water. And you can see where I added a little too much water. But other than that, it goes on and it doesn't bleed through. So I think you can use a bare amount of water and be able to color on these. Although, since it's just one side, it doesn't matter that it's that way. So yeah. Well, colorist, I guess, means that she gets paid for doing pictures for other people. Yeah. Yeah, that's what the emotion was when I saw that was, oh, I'm comparing myself. But I didn't really do that before. I would look at someone's picture and go, wow, I want to do that. But on that one, maybe I was tired. I just said, oh, I want to, what am I going to do? And look at mine. And I kept battling myself. Don't compare. It's okay. So, yeah, I got through that. But that's the way it started out. You were able to complete 12 pages for the month of May. Yeah, that's awesome. You must have been coloring like steam was coming out of your pencil or something. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you like the green. I I made a swatch chart of yeah. I made a swatch chart of the gouache. This is Arteza gouache. And I think I put a few out of order. And it was starting to bug me. And I said, no, I'm not going to fix it. I'm going to leave it because I don't need to be so OCD. It's all here. If it was like a 500 gouache sticks or paint or whatever, I might say, well, let me move this, but it's just I just don't want to do that. But anyhow, so I got these out and decided I liked the pale green, sap green, sap green, and the dark. And was it dark or was it the seaweed? Maybe it was just sap green and pale green. I think it was just sap green and pale green. Anyway, the point is I used gouache and it was fine. Hey, Tanya. That's what I've been working on. Oh, here's my finished picture. You like it? And this is one I've been working on a little at a time. I showed this picture of Steve so he could see my progress on it, and he didn't say anything, but I could tell what he was thinking. And I said, "You think the bird's too blue?" And he said, "Yeah." Okay, well, I can tone it down. But I worked and reworked and reworked and finally got it to where I wanted it and I was satisfied with it. But it is very blue. Now, maybe this bird is really blue, that blue. There are birds that were very bright colors. So I might just leave him and maybe make this one lighter. I don't know. Who knows what I'll do. But I do want her wings to be gold. And then maybe this will be silver. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, she's got 2 jobs. I don't know what the second one is. It could be her professional coloring side, might be the second one, but the IT. Hey, Mona. All right, that is all I think I wanted to show you. If y'all could give me some advice about washi tape, it still pulls up paper. Even when I put it on my jeans or my pants to get it to not stick very much. All right, this is what I'm going to work on today. Yep. All right, this is Rooms of Wonder. And I will be using Jazz. Thanks for coming in. I will be using a lot of different things. Right now, this first color that I started is the Grisaille Pink. I'm following Karen's tutorial on this page, and I was hoping that she would have more tutorials with Enchanted Earth and Aviary, but she had more on this one. So that's why I decided to work on that. All right. I'm not going to be able to zoom. If any of you want to join me, if you've got your camera open and you're coloring something, pop right in with that link and I'll be happy to have you. Let's see. How do I take this tab out? This. Move it over here. Oh, I'm a genius. I really am. No, I've just figured out how to do something. I'm definitely not a genius. Shanny Banani. I called her Shannon Bananan. Shannon Bananan the other day. That was funny. All right, so this is Grisaille Pink. Now, depending on how much I shake today, you know, I could pull this out of here, but I don't know if I want to. See, it's starting to come out here. Why don't I zoom in? Since I can't zoom in on the app, I will. Zoom in this way. Hopefully that won't move. My husband just sneezed. Bless you. Nobody wants to join the live stream with me? Oh. The pollen must be high today. Hey, Callie. I'm doing okay for being shaky. I may have to go left-handed, which means I'll have to turn the book. I do apologize. Are y'all working on anything special this morning? Wilson, thanks for coming in. Okay. I don't think any other set has something like Deco Pink in it. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, that's okay. So I went into the Japanese the Japanese Amazon, and I was looking for the Holbein, the small set. But also I ran into I ran into is it called Charisma Color? And I thought that was a brand from the people who make the Prismacolor. I thought that was like out of time. What am I trying to say? It was an old version, but I saw it there, and of course it was very expensive. Black Widow has something. I think I'll just use the Prisma Deco because I don't want to have to deal with the rest of that. Because I've got it on my list that you can color lightly with the color from Black Widow and achieve this color, but I don't want to be bothered. So yeah. That's my father-in-law coming in from mowing. Both my hands are shaky today. Making a tumbler. What does it have on it? I was thinking about having you make me one that had Texas on it with some flowers, Texas flowers, a bluebonnet specifically. And it says howdy y'all or hi y'all or something like that. It's like my coffee cup, but sorry, I can't think and talk and color at the same time very well. A logo from the 90s. Okay. Bye. See you. Thank you. See you later. Okay, now that he's gone, that was my father-in-law. He's recently widowered. I'm not sure how you say that. But he's doing great, and he is 84. He is 84 years old, and he still mows our lawn. Can you believe that? I think I should have made the other pink a little darker. I may go over that. Yeah. Yeah, I can. Yes. It's amazing. I said, Steve, I hope you get your dad's genes or have your dad's genes, because if I have my parents' genes, I'm going to need you to take care of me. My daddy is younger than Steve's dad, and my dad gets tired just walking from one part of the house to the other. I mean, if he got out there and tried to mow, he would probably collapse. I think I might. Sorry. I think I might do a little bit darker here. I'm light-handed. I've got to remember that when I'm following a tutorial. Because I might need that color to be darker. So I can already tell that it's looking more like I want it. Oh, I'm sorry. My hand was in the way. I'm really enjoying these Grizzly pencils. They're very buttery. I know we all like to use that term. Oh, it'll be okay. I find that they blend well, even though they have more oil than um, most wax pencils. It's a balance. I think that's what the grizzly people said, was that it was oil and wax. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, thanks. It comes in handy. No pun intended. But I was ambidextrous and I didn't even know it for a really long time. When I was a kid, well, and I still do, um, if I'm batting, I bat right handed. I've tried batting left handed and it just doesn't work. But yet I throw with my left hand. I when I do basketball, whoa, sorry, um, I shoot mostly with my left. But it didn't occur to me. Well, of course, when I was a kid, I didn't know what ambidextrous meant, so I didn't know. I just said this is the way I do it, and I really didn't realize just how much I was until I hurt my left hand. And I would start to do things naturally without thinking about it with my left hand. And I said, wow, I actually do a lot with my left hand. Um, so it's kind of neat. I thought if if somebody had a child, well, if people that have a child, um, would teach them use her words are so hard today, absolutely difficult. Words are so hard. Would teach their child how to use both left and right. If they're right-handed, teach them to do left also, and so forth. Okay, I think I like that now. Hey, Marcy, thanks for coming in. Let's see, what's next? White. Now, I did find that the Grizzly White is pretty good. I'm sorry for hitting the camera. I really would like to have another setup here. One of those boom arms that, well, I still could do it with what I have. That go, you can make it go really high, like in an arc, and then just the bottom part is sticking down. So if you're moving stuff around, you won't hit the bar. But I guess it's just going to have to be this way for a while. What are we doing with white? Yeah, I found the Grizzly White works really well. Of course, not perfectly well like other white pencils. Prisma is the only other one I have other than some in the Chinese. Okay. Some in the Chinese whites, like Chinese pencils. I am going to get through this. I am going to get through. think I might just go back to doing the Prisma because there's nothing like that Prisma white. Now, early on when I got into coloring, I would see a lot of people using the Chinese white from, I think it was Derwent. Does Derwent have the Chinese? Oh, okay. I like how you're blending out the pink with white. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching what Karen from Colorful Country Life was doing. She was in Ness's live stream yesterday, and I was so excited to see her in there. And I love watching Ness and listening to her. I love her accent and her voice. She's I love British accents. My favorite is the Scottish accents. Those are my favorites. So it's very relaxing to me to hear those accents. Anyway, so Karen was over there, and they talked about doing another. I think I got it. Doing another collab, and I was excited about that because I said, yes, let's do another one. And then they said, now, I thought she said, well, she said mythographic. Mythographic? What is that called? Let's see, I'm even forgetting now. Mythomorphia. I thought she said mythomorphia. But what? I guess that's backwards. She said mythomorphia, but what registered in my head was mythic world. And so my replies to her about it was, oh, they're too scary. And I don't want to do those. It's scary. But I'll pick the least scary. And they were picking on me about that. And that was fun. And then later I thought about it. And when I was looking up the book, I said, all right, I'll buy the book. And I typed in mythomorphia and it popped up mythomorphia, right? And I said, oh, I got that mixed up with mythic world. So I'm kind of glad I got it mixed up. I'm glad it's mythomorphia. It's a little bit less scary than the other one. Let's see. Hang on. I think I'm going to have to get out of my own. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. Oh, her last name is Stovall. Interesting. One of my principals in high school was named Mr. Stovall, but he was definitely not Australian. All right, so the mythomorphia. Am I still on? Yeah. And anyway, I was looking at those two books, and one cover has yellow for the letters and the eye and some of the fire stuff, and the other one has red. What is the difference between the one with the red letters and one with the yellow letters? Because I'm interested in getting one of them. I did look at their site page sizes. And the dimensions of the red one was just a little smaller. Yes, Karen Fuzel, Simi Nest, they're all wonderful. Yeah, I like watching them. I haven't watched a Karen tutorial in a while, so I need to go to Karen Academy for the colorist degree. Magenta. I like to say magenta. Magenta. We have lots of options on that one. Let's choose bright pink from Color. I know. Why don't I just stick with one? Because if I just stuck with one, I would not ever use any other pencils. And this way, I use all my sets. You're just going to have to be mad at me for hitting my camera all the time. I will try to be better at that, not doing it. Hey, Danielle. Diablo for all morning. I'm not sure who that is, but it sounds interesting. One of the things that used to bug me about Karen's coloring is that in a teeny tiny little spot, she would use 5 different pencils. But I would still follow it anyway, and I would just slog it out. But that is why she's next level. Hey, Rinka. I think I said hey, Danielle, but I need to just say hey, Rinka. My puppy's just chewing on his tutu. I'm going to push a little harder here because that's what Karen did. Oh, he's chewing on a stick. I thought he was chewing on a dog chew, but he's a chewing on a stick. I'm a chewing on a stick, Mama. Something else that Karen does that I try to emulate is when there's a whole lot of something, you try to do them differently, just a little bit different. and that creates more interest. Well, I'm sorry that you can't. That I'm covering over. I would have to move my book a lot to get that to work. Work better. I think the first picture I did of Karen's was the penguins in Fragile World. And I really like that. You're playing a computer game. That's fine. You did? If I move it all around like this, I can do this relatively like I'm not shaking. I think I might did I just do that? Oh, I see what I did. I jumped to the I jumped to I think I'm just about there. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get my eraser out. Where's my other little one? Here it is. When I clean up my desk, it's like I didn't clean because I still can't find stuff. I'm going to erase some of this just a little bit. And put here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, Sharon, Susan. Uh-oh. I should make it not so very much. Not so very much. That's like Emily. She changes some of it. So funny. This room is so hot. I really need a fan in here. It's just too hot. On days when I'm not shaky, I can hold a pencil like a normal human being, and I don't shake. But today is a shaky day, and that's okay. I'm trying to remember if that world with not world, the one with the penguins, Fragile World, was the first Karen page that I did. It might have been in Worlds of Wonder. See, I watched Chris Ching at the same time, not at literal the same time, but during that period of time, I watched both of them, and I would frequently get them mixed up. Maybe I can hold it like this, but further back. I'm not sure how it works, but I'm going to give it a try. So it might have been Chris Ching's picture. So recently I've had my two little cousins here. They were here on Tuesday. If you're in the live stream, you heard them. And I did go and take off the comments. Oops. I'm not sure why, but Shannon said to do that, so I did. Probably something to do with the fact that there were kids on there. Oh, I have not heard of Hedda Hewitt. Gosh, I'm just making a shambles of this. Well, I know it's just one little area, but I'll stop fidgeting with it in a second. Because you had a kid on the stream, YouTube would have done it. Oh, okay. Well, good. Anyway, I really enjoyed having them here. I told them, you need to come back, visit me again. Stay longer, we'll do more things, you know. They are my cousin's kids, so they're my second cousins. Or are they first cousins once removed. I I still get that mixed up. I used to know long ago how that was, but I haven't. What's the problem is this wires in the way. Let me see if I can um, tape it up so I won't keep running into it because it's getting on my nerves too. Anyway, I said, y'all got to come visit me again. And I think they will. Oh, really? Um, I think the first one I stumbled on was Color My World. And she was doing, it was around Christmas time, and she was doing the Christmas, Joanna's Christmas book. And so I wanted to do it like that. And I watched some of her tutorials about um, techniques. And I don't know who the second one was, but it just, one led to the other. And the rest is history, they say. On Karen's and even on Chris Ching's, I have to lower the speed at which it's playing because it's too fast. It's just too fast for me. I mean, it was really fast when I was first starting out, and it's still fast, but I would still have to start and stop the video as I'm going. I've got to figure out a way to color something and not my hand not get in the way. Now, if I try to do it like Karen, maybe it'll work. She just flips her hand in all directions without even a little bit of struggle. I guess we can call it hand aware. Where is your hand? Where's my husband going? My husband works from home, so he's here all the time, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I think starting in June, he's going to have to go back 2 days a week. Which that it beats 5 days a week. I found oh, then Emily, yes. I'm not sure when it was that I heard of Emily. So I found Emily, of course. Then I find Shannon and some others in there. So yeah, I don't watch Color My World as much as I used to. I watch her new videos that come out, um, but I haven't watched the earlier ones because some of it, I learned to do through her video or in other videos. She was still doing her videos. That was quite a while ago. Oh, 10 years ago. Wow. Yeah. Deviant Ustream. Wow. I, I was doing, I started to draw again. And then I wanted to learn to draw a specific thing. And that led me to Color My World. And then that led to buying the first book. Well, actually, the first book I don't have anymore. The other of amongst the first books was Joanna's Christmas. And then it just started from there. Dee Dee and Sammy. Okay, so you started out on Ustream. That is awesome. Yellow. Let's see, sunburst yellow. A burst of sun is always fun if you're on. They're going, no. What are you talking about? Can I use polychromos on the top of wax? Because I was thinking about using the polys. Dark cat. Well, let's find out. I won't know until I try. Dark cat. That looks pretty good. I just love how these polys feel. I like the bigger barrel. It's really nice. Mm. Okay, so that was using the poly on that. Now I'm gonna hit the camera again. Q, hit the camera. Interesting. It's a little bit lighter than, I'm not sure why I put that in there. Okay, let's try the sunburst. Oh boy. I think I'm going to stick with oil on the oil. Why do I always say the opposite of what I wanted to say? I'm going to stick with wax on this picture. Although Grisaille isn't, it's wax in. Wax and oil. Mainly because I want to blend a certain way. And I can't do that. I can't do that with the oil pencils. Isn't it interesting? I never would have thought of using sorry, can't think color. Yellow on top of, or an orange yellow on top of this one. I need to add some more. I suppose if I was actually doing a tutorial, I would be more careful where my hands were. Okay, what's going on? I'm waiting for the pool. Awesome. Yana, I think I may come live with you. Or maybe I just show up. Just show up. My husband's in there just talking away. My husband is IT. So when Nico said she was, I said, ooh. And I said, we talked a little bit about it, and and she works from home too. I thought that was really awesome. I forgot about this technique. If you hold the pencil further back, it's easier to color lightly. I'm still pushing, holding on to my, not holding on them. I've got my other hand to help keep it from shaking so much. And that helps a lot. Back to the white. Bye, Yana. See ya. How dare I have hands? I know it. thought about using my feet, but yeah, I don't want to see my feet. I don't want to see my feet. Still not getting this kind of shading. Not shading. This, I guess it is shading. It's, how do I get it that way? How do I get it? It probably doesn't matter if it's not exactly like the colors I'm following. But it's okay. I like to get it as close as I can. As close as I can. See you later, Kelly. I'm just adding a little more of this. This is bright pink from Color. Just adding a little bit more of it here. I think I like that better. Oops. I wasn't looking where my hand was going. And I picked up something else. All right. Well, that is close. We may just get this one flower done because there's so many layers. There's so many layers. I think it's looking better as I'm using the white to blend it out. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I think you can. He's still chewing on that stick. Well, goodness, I could have saved a lot of money on dog toys. Just go outside and get a stick. I'm so glad he likes to play. our big dog, Sydney, she doesn't really play. She plays with the puppy, the dog play fighting stuff. But she doesn't play with us like with balls or toys or anything. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that there. Fix that. When we were camping, he would find one of his favorite things at the camp. He would find these little balls, seed balls. I think they're sweet gum. I'm not sure, but they were all over the place at the camp, and he would grab one and start chewing on it like, no, it's a toy. And I said, great. I just need to take a bunch of these home and bring them out once in a while. But I thought better of it because they would be a mess all over the floor, like the stick. The stick lived to fight another day. Now he's napping. So the four dogs are in different places. Sometimes they sleep in the same bed and sometimes they don't. They want their private space. See you later, Dawn. They're dropping like flies. Just kidding. Do I stink that bad? Surely I don't stink that bad. Oh, the tape came off. Well, how dare that tape come off? Stay tape. Black cherry. There is really not. That is one of those colors that you can't really get. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was not the black cherry. It was black grape. Very few sets have that. And even with these colors, like this one is definitely not. This is more reddish. But the black grape is like a very dark purple color. I'm sorry, black cherry. There's the black grape. It looks almost black. And the only one I found similar to it was Aubergine purple in Arctics. This one we have some options. Probably the grape purple in, that's more of an oily pencil. So I'm going to stick with Prisma on that one. Got to get to it. Black cherry. Give it a sharpen. Right. Good. Okay, so color those little spots. What I should do is write a list of topics to talk about on stream. And if I can't think of anything, I just look up at my little topic sheet, my cheat sheet. Look at my little cheat sheet and have something to say. But that's too silly, so I won't. New books coming out this summer. What new books are coming out this summer, y'all? I think we have Universum coming out July 4th, and that is Maria Trolley's compilation book. Compilation. And that's the one I want. Thanks, Amby. I'm trying. Some of these little spots are hard to get to. I don't want to sharpen my pencil to a point. You're going to do the dishes? My husband and I both do the dishes, but he'll do them more often, I think. Today, though, I might be doing them. We don't really have a set chore list or anything. It's just kind of whatever needs to be done. And whoever does it first, I guess. I don't like how that's coming up, but I'm doing my best. I am in Karen Stovall coloring school. So I'm just learning new stuff. Yes, Colorful Country Life. I think that's what I'll do when when I feel like I need a fresh ideas or something. Go look at what other people are doing. Learn from that. I must be really concentrating. I'm really concentrating. I have her comparison chart. Yeah, I have that one too. Yep. I have hers and I used it a lot, but I found flipping and flopping over and over was frustrating. I did front and back so that I'd save paper, but I think it was probably better to do it one side. But anyhow, that's what I had it, and um, I found I was flipping around a lot, and I didn't have all those pencils yet. I do have the polys now, um, and some of the sets were similar. They had like the Colors and the Brute Funer 180s, the Color 180 red tin, and the Brute Squares 180 are similar. So I would just kind of use that to fill in the colors. But um, it got kind of annoying, and I said, why don't I just make my own? And I started to do that. And then one day it occurred to me, wait a minute, I could use my little swatch charts and just start with this is just based off Prisma. And I can see well, see if there's a match in my other sets. So it's just Prisma. I mean, this is two sections of these things. If I try to do um, each of the sets, it would just be crazy. But then I said, why don't I just put all my pencils in color order? And I laugh now because I can't believe I did this, but I'm like, that is so OCD. But I did. I did the very best I could to put them in color order so that when I go and use a color, um, color card from the Color Cube, I can see which one matches the best. But also, if I'm looking at, all right, let's look at Black Widow for, somebody wants to use Toadstool. Well, I'm going to go there and look. The apricot in Critic's Eye kind of looks like that, or vice versa. Apricot in Critic's Eye is kind of like saffron in Black Widow. So I can use that in a lot of ways. And then I put these little taggy, hangy things on them and put them on the ring. And there are 6 of them. And I did not put in the Starjoy Golds. And I'm getting the Brute Funder squares, and I probably won't put those on there. But knowing myself, I probably will. Because I'm crazy. She's both, and hello. Yay. Hey, Nikki, thanks for coming in. Yes, I agree. Ambient tutorial is really good. I wanted to learn how to do gold and silver and things like that. And everybody's got their, or I should say not everybody, different people have different combos for that. And I just kind of see which one I like best and just go with that one. Let's see. I just noticed you're left-handed. Yeah, Nikki, I'm actually ambidextrous. So I can use right and left. When I'm shaky, I decide to use my left hand, which is kind of cool. But if they're both shaking, then that's not good. I hope this is the last layer because I don't think I can fit any other layers on that. It's pretty fun. I was telling them earlier, I didn't even know I was until later on in life. I hurt my left hand and realized how much I use it. I'm almost thinking there's more yellow here in this middle part. See, there it is shaking, so. Yeah, I can see my book is in the wrong spot. So you can't see what I'm doing. I do apologize. It's a challenge to try to keep my hand out of the way. I mean, if I didn't color at all, I could keep it really out of the way, but then all you would see was a blank page. Well, you just see the line art. I had been watching Karen so much that I could almost anticipate what color she would use next. I said, I bet she's going to use that Sunburst Yellow X or whatever it was at the time. Right, now I'm going to go back to hot pink. Yeah, I noticed that. My mother says that my mother's kind of ambidextrous too. And I think because I have always been that way and didn't know it, that was how I was able to learn to crochet from her. But she was doing left-handed and I was doing right-handed. And I was able to, I guess, flip it in my head. Looks like we are just blending that. I think I heard my mother say she uses scissors with her right hand. She used to crochet a lot, and she just did like the same stitches. She didn't do any kind of fancy stitching. Then she lost vision in she lost vision in her left eye, and then she hasn't lost it in her right eye, thank goodness. But she just couldn't she just couldn't crochet anymore. Now, I did give her, she actually got into coloring before I did. I don't know what I thought about it at the time, but I don't remember. But I encouraged her to get back into it. I gave her some nice pencils. I gave her some the Arteza 72 that I had, and I gave her some more books. She already had some, but she's gotten to where she can't do that either, and so I feel bad for her. But there's not really much I can do. Really make this pointy. Yeah, I guess because in school you see most everybody else grabbing with the right hand, and so you say, "Oh, I'm supposed to use this with my right hand," and then over time you've taught yourself how to use the scissors that way. And there's one left-handed young lady I know, and she won't use the right-handed scissors. She said she needs to get the left-handed ones. So I guess her mom decided not to teach her right-handed, or maybe she decided she didn't like it. I don't know. But I thought that was interesting. Yeah, I did cross stitch long ago, and you can tell I'm going to start coloring, and I don't talk for a second. And it was, I guess it goes along with the all or nothing kind of person I am, but I cross stitched my little fingers off and ended up hurting my wrist, so I kind of gave it up. And I did that when I was pregnant with my daughter long ago. And so I was too busy doing motherly things to do any more cross stitching, so I kind of gave that up. My now I didn't continue to do um, crocheting. I sort of just gave it up. I think it was a comment somebody made, and it sort of turned me off to it, so I just stopped. I need some water. And let's see, I started back up crocheting a few years ago, and I said, "Oh, I am ready to make a big thing. I'm ready to make something big." And I did that, and kind of, I mean, it was a complicated stitching, and I did it, but it burned me out. So recently I thought maybe I can do it again. Maybe I can start small, and just do basic little things instead of um, trying to do something big, and just get very good at doing those basic stitches. That's not the right one, this part. And I was kind of like that in coloring too. I wanted to do the complicated stuff. Like this right here, this is very complicated. Even, I mean, I would not have tried this in the last year about the same time. I would not have tried this. But I would do it now, which I am. Let's see. I missed the stream here. Next try, I am going to have all the air pencils all. I gotta try this. Oh, really? Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you got those. Thank you. Thank you, Kenny. Up close, it's a little raggedy, but far away, it looks really good. Um, yeah, like this right here, this thing I was working on. I stood back from it and I said, "Wow, that looks pretty good." It's almost like paint by number because you've got all these little spaces to fill and this black lines. And I thought I need to either go back over it with like a medium green or just leave it. I think I may just leave it. Um, I'd say I'd let all you all know if they're good. Oh, good. Thank you, Rainbow Kitten Danielle Link. I am lefty and I eat crochet and color with my left, but almost everything else I do right-handed. Yeah, it's really interesting. Well, then you're ambidextrous too, Marcy. I love counted cross stitch. Yeah, I did that more than the printed because there was just more available that I liked that wasn't printed. Yeah. Oh, another thing I had was this round knitting thing. It was, well, they had a round one and then they had a long tubular looking one. And that was fun. I ended up making a bunch of scarves and hats for my mom and sister. And, I just got tired of it, I guess. And then I saw this little square thing with these pegs on it. And it was like the other kind with the bigger pegs, but these were made of nails. And my poor husband and father-in-law had to put those nails in that wood. They had to cut the cut the pieces out, and just using a regular saw. They didn't have anything special to make it, and they made that. And I did that for a while. I might show you some of the stuff I did if you'd like sometime. But So then that got me into crocheting, and then I stopped doing crocheting. I think about a year or so later, I started coloring it, and I'm still coloring. There's so much you can learn in coloring. It just never gets old for me. It hasn't gotten old yet, so I'm really glad. Nikki, you homeschool? I homeschooled our daughter too. We went all the way through all the grades. The only part that I wish I'd have done differently was high school, but it's okay. If I could do it again, I would do all the way to middle school just about the same, but high school I would do differently. All right. What are we doing next? That's the same pencil. I mean, the same flower. So I'm going to front forward to where she's doing the center of the flower. Because there are several of these flowers all over. Let's see if she's done it yet. Nope. Ah, she's doing. It looks like Karen is doing all the different ones. Okay, she did that one differently, and then going back and doing the centers. Ooh. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, a whole lot more colors. Let's see. I could do a blue flower, or I can try to find the middle, or maybe I can work on the honeycombs. I'm kind of liking the idea of working on the honeycombs. Oh, my husband's in there cooking something, and I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I bet I'm going to be getting out. Okay. So we're going to do a cream base. And I think I might just. Color has a cream. Yeah. I want to do watercolor. I think since I have it up, I have it here, I will just do Prisma cream. Some of the things, like maybe some of this darker color, I could have used like in the pointy spots here. I could have used a poly, I think. All right, let me get the. Oh boy, wish I could get this out of here. Make sure I'm in the right spot here. It's using cream, medium pressure, leave white in random places. Ooh, nice. So here we go. I'm sure I was talking about something and lost my train. Talking about homeschooling, do the same. Except, and then I think I started talking about pencils. Y'all, I lose my train so much. That's why I need to write stuff down. My daughter told me once that she thought I had adult ADD. And I looked up the signs of it, and the only one that I actually would do is your mind's just moving all the time. So I don't know. It's probably why I lose my train a lot, other than, well, now that is probably due to my age and condition, fibromyalgia. I will just color a little bit longer. So what I'm doing is leaving a white space. What is that? What is that? Oh, came off. Very good. Very, very good. Do y'all ever find random stuff on your page and you go, where is that coming from? Did I smush? Did I accidentally mark it with another pencil? Did it come flying out from nowhere? So this is medium pressure. When I do other live streams, I think I do this sometimes, but not always. Tell you what kind of pressure I'm using when oh my goodness. Sometimes you make it worse if you use your electric eraser. See, I can't get that off, so I am just going to leave it. I like it when a colorist will tell you when or what kind of pressure they're using on with a particular color and pencil. And I suppose my medium pressure might be different than other people's medium pressure, but it at least gives me a gauge. See, I've already changed subjects. I don't have adulting, but I do have other things that could look. Yeah, like OCD in my case. Yeah. Now I don't wash my hands. I'm not one of those hand washers. That's not my problem. So if you do have a hand washing OCD, I'm sorry. Mine is more of, I want things to be in order, but we're learning to live with it. Let's see. Yeah, actually, I happened to me last night. There was a huge blue line. Oh, I hate that. It's like I've done this. All right, so my hand will run into the camera, right? If that wire is lower, it might make my hand, or as I'm picking up a pencil, I might swoosh it across. I've done that, and it's hard to get off. It's really irritating. Not a color I've used. Yeah. In case it's PTSD. Okay. Yes. Complex PTSD they all kind of have some of the same symptoms, but um, you know, when you get a proper diagnosis, it really helps. They just have to dig. The counselors just have to dig in your brain to find out what you have, what you struggle with, and what is the best way to work with it. And I know some people have that and other fibro and OCD and all of that much worse than anything I experience. And um, I try to be sensitive, more sensitive to people with those things. Let's see, I have a little color and time. I see a mistake. Keep going. Yeah, like this flower over here, I'm like, it is not looking the way I wanted it to. But I'm not going to go rework it because, I mean, I might. I'm not going to erase it all and do it over again, but probably I might take a very light something like a deco pink. I might take a deco pink and kind of go over it, blend it together better. But I won't do anything too dramatic. Just so I just do that when I feel like I'm not doing it the way my brain saw it. I just keep working at it and working at it until I'm satisfied. It may not be like the thing that I saw in my head, but um, you know, I've just maybe I've learned it or I'm learning it all the time. I don't know. Depends on the subject as to whether I've learned to not worry about little things like that. Um, I used to be so upset if I made a mistake in quilting. And it was the end of the world, the first time I did anything. But there was a mistake that I could not fix, and I just left it. And then with each, how do you say that? Each successive, whatever. With the next, as it went on, with the next quilts, the more quilts I made, the less upset I would get with little mistakes. Some mistakes you can kind of fudge and get away with it, but some you can't, and you just have to accept the mistake. It's a learning opportunity. When I got back into drawing, I was following, now his name just went right out of my head. It'll come back in a minute. But he says, don't worry about a mistake, just embrace the mistake. It's a learning experience. You will learn from it. And I know all my life I've been taught and I've heard and even said we learn from our mistakes. But when it came to practical application, it was a mistake is the end of the world. But Scott Myers, I can't remember if it's Meyer or Myers, but he really And I told him this. He let me be one of his mods. There was a whole bunch of stuff that happened in one of his live streams, and it hadn't happened before, just a bunch of spam stuff. And I told him, um, if you make me a mod, I can fix it, because he didn't know how to get rid of it. And so he did. He made me and another lady a mod. But anyway, so I got to tell him that he helped me a lot with not worrying about mistakes. And it took me a little while with colored pencil not to worry about mistakes. And with now, if I make a mistake, I just say, oh, okay, and move on. So that is what I encourage y'all to do. It's just see the mistake as a learning opportunity as best as you can, because there's some days you just don't want to learn anything. You just want it the way you want it. I just want it the way I want it. My little cousin, she has learned that already. And I'm awesome. I'm so proud of her. She likes, obviously she likes her art class at school, and they taught her there, and I think probably her mom and dad also. Um, she says, it's okay if you make a mistake. We can learn from our mistakes. And I thought, man, she's got a handle on that at 9 years old. She is going to just go so far in life with having that attitude. And you saw her on that stream. She just jumped into what I was saying, and she saw what I was doing. She's just picked up a gel stick and just started doing something. And she said, look what I did. And I said, that's awesome. She's not afraid to try. So I'm really proud of her. She's been an inspiration. So I think with whatever she does in life, she will be just fine. I'm yammering on and not reading the thing. Progress. Well, you progress as you progressed. Yes. Successive. That's the word I was trying to find. Oh, that is a good idea. Now I know there's a month, and maybe is May Fibro Month? Wow, that would be cool. I should think about that. What browns to use. Yeah. Well, if you've got it swatched out, you can try to find a light, a medium, and a dark that are sort of in the same color family. Start out with that. And you might even pick some from different color families, light, medium, and dark, and just play around with it until you find one that you say, oh, that looks good. Just try it on paper what those three look like together, and then you might layer them all on top of each other in different ways, and just play around with it until you find one that you like. And you might even pick an even darker color and add that to it and see what happens. But that's what I do. I call it auditioning my colors to see which one I like. Um, did I? Oh, I put my. Oh, it's down at the other end. I was going to try to give you an example. I've written down a few combos, but I'm not real good at remembering to write that down. So you've got your sienna brown, beige and sienna brown, and sorry, beige sienna. Okay, so beige sienna, sienna brown, and I think I'd have to go look. Anyhow, yeah, it was one of coloring with Elena. She always did wood, like the brown wood, the same. She had the sienna brown. I think she had beige too, and beige sienna, sienna brown, and I'm thinking burnt ochre, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me see what I like. I do like chocolate. I like dark brown. Sepia is a great color for shadows. So you could pick maybe chocolate and sienna brown, maybe, yeah, and beige sienna. Just play with them. That's all I can say is play with all the different ones until you find something you like. Let's see. What I miss? Oops, sorry. Struggles. You don't want to see my hand. I'm so sorry. Yeah, those more expensive books, what Coloring with Kay calls serious, serious book. I get a little nervous in those too. Yeah. Well, thanks, Kenny, for coming in. Bye, Susan. And Mona saying goodbye too. Oh, anybody else leaving? Did Allie come in? Did I miss that? Allie, yay! I'm glad you came in. Yeah, auditioning my colors and auditioning techniques too. Before I have an idea and I'm just going to go do it on a, a back page or just a regular piece of paper or whatever, and see if something works. And if it doesn't, then I switch out some colors. That is about how I do it. I just switch it out until I'm satisfied. Maybe that's kind of the key to, you're not probably going to color something like what's in your head. So that's maybe the standard. This is what you would like it to be. And so I'm going to work at it until I'm satisfied. Yeah, I'm glad you did too. I thought Ness might come in today because she wanted to know. All right, I'm going to forward. Okay. Aha. Now, the Jelly Roll Metallic, which happened to have. Yay. Metallic gold. Ah, this one. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to color. What I need is a Lazy Susan desk. But that might be a little too much. This is Sakura Jelly Roll Metallic Gold. I didn't want to just keep coloring those squares, so I jumped ahead. So I won't use a pencil marker set until I swatch. I love swatching. I have to swatch too. I don't have the pan pastels, but I did swatch the gouache, which is, I don't think I've heard anybody swatching their gouache, or maybe they do, but. And I've swatched my gel pens. I haven't swatched the Distress inks. I've only got 7 right now, but I guess I could swatch those. Joanna is complex. I've kept it simple until it's on the break. Yeah. Yeah. I like to, if I'm stressed, I do like to get things done, but I often end up making it complicated. Yeah. You could look on Sarah Renee Clark's Facebook, because she gives like a free swatch card every week, and she's been on there for a long time, so you could actually go back through in the pictures and see, get ideas from that. You could buy the cubes, although you'll end up having trouble picking that. I mean, because that's what I did. The other thing is just watch what other colorists do. Thank you, Shannon. Watch what other colorists do. Just like follow the ones we said. Karen and My Colorful Country Life. Elena. Who else puts the names up there? Just watch them, and write down their combos and what they're doing with the combos. Just, start that practice, and pretty soon you'll come out with these combos, and you'll say, oh, I need a tree combo. I think I'll go over here, and oh, so-and-so had a tree combo. And, if you want to do that, or just watch one and just use the same color combos, but on a different picture. There's all different ways to do it. But yeah, what I'm trying to get at is, what I'm trying to get at is do what the other. What am I trying to tell you? Learn from them. And the more you watch them and do what they're doing, pretty soon you'll look at a page and you'll say, I think I might use this brown, this brown, and this brown. And you'll say, where did I get that idea from? And you'll say, I kind of want that one to be a little bluer. So I'm going to switch out one of the blues. And pretty soon you will have your own combos that you're doing on a page. So give yourself a break. Give yourself, what am I saying? Be patient with yourself. I see this hand is shaking, so they're each shaking for a different reason. It's just really funny. Yeah, give yourself some space, some time, some patience. Just keep watching other colorists. That's what happened to me. I started watching and other colorists that had tutorials, and I did exactly what they did as best I could. And eventually I was able to make my own pages. They may not have been perfect color combos, but now I do my own thing a lot of the time. So that is my advice. We stressed you out. Oh yeah. Well, I've written some combos down, and others I just kind of look at the choices and I said, okay, I want those three. But when I'm watching Karen, she'll use combos that I didn't think of using. And so that's what I like. I like to think out of the box with that. Like with the flower we did, it's just, I put down this pink color and I'm going to put a yellowy on the top of it and a purple and whatever. And it suddenly comes out pretty good. And because I can think of 3 different browns or 3 different purples, and I could use the light, medium, dark of that. But layering a few colors together to make a whole nother color, that I'm not very good at. So that's what I'm learning to do. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Get back into the practice of is writing down the combos, especially of ones that Karen layers. I think Shannon does that too, especially with skin. I think you layer. What is this? Why is this not coming out like it did up here? I just need to go back over it, maybe. It's going to really make it watery. No, it's not bad, but I'm going to try not to go with that. Let's see. Shannon, this is how I manage my stress. I have to be that efficient and organized. Yeah, ambient. I hear you on that. Being a mess is stressful. So I feel better when I'm organized, even though I don't stay organized. So I get it. Yeah. I have notebooks for days and I don't write the first combos down. I put my pencils back up and think, oh, I should have written that down. Exactly. Like I've got the Ruby Charms companion book, and I did it for January, April, and March. Not sorry, January, February, and March. Why did I say April? And after that, I didn't do. No, did I do April? I don't think I did April or May, and I haven't started June yet. So I don't know why. I guess it was too much to bother with. I started a page in Mythographic Magical Earth, and I can't remember which colors I used. I used to write down all the colors, but I haven't been in the last 2 months. And I'm not, see, I've got this book here, I've got my tabs, and let's see. Here's January. I've got Shannon down there, and Emily, and I've got, here's some to-dos and some hashtags. And I got books that I bought, goals and ideas. And then I wrote down the things I finished. And here's the finished pages. I did February, and I had a whole lot more I was going to do on February. Here is what I finished. And in the back, see, here's some combos. I have some combos here and over here. My cat is making a weird noise. And for a while, I also wrote down all the colors I used in something. See? Pages and pages. And then suddenly in April, I did do the asteroids. I wrote down mine. I don't think I did write it all down. But then that was it. And then when I was done with something, I done coloring something or painting something, I said, well, maybe I should go write that down. No, I can't be bothered. But yes, I know I need to work on it. I can't find my magical earth. Oh no. Dropped in and out of my coloring seamlessly. Very tragic. As soon as you buy another copy, you'll find, yeah, we are teachers. I think this is just how it could be. When I was homeschooling, I loved to write out lesson plans, and I would write them out for days. I mean, not for just 1 week. I would write it out for a month. But of course, we never followed it exactly. I teach too. You teach too. Oh, yeah, it is. It's kind of a lesson plan, but I'm used to not being conformed to the norm. Yeah, I would write down what I wanted to do, what we were supposed to do for the week in different subjects, and it would be available to my daughter to look at. Sometimes she didn't want to look at it; she just wanted to for me to tell her, or I would just tell her. Watching this, it's relaxing. Oh, thank you. I think a lot of other people I follow are relaxing, but I never thought of myself as relaxing. But thanks. My brain is mush. Let's see, nobody taught me how to do it. I just shared brain structure. Yeah. Your brain is mush. Yeah, I understand, Shannon. I really do. Mushy brain. Liking organization like I do, I probably should really organize a live stream a little more. Like, other than here's the book and here's the pencil set. You know, I probably ought to get the pencils ready. I see a little bit of something down here, and I don't ever do that. Shannon, you are successful. Look at all you do, all the stuff with the printing and making books and all that. I mean, maybe you want a bigger store, you want more income from it. I don't know, but you've taught me a lot in coloring and how to relax a little more and laugh. So from my side, I think you're very successful. Oh, Sue, that's an excellent way to help him to see. Now, if I was teaching preschool, I would probably lose my mind. I don't. You know, I had to watch the kids in church, Sunday school, back when my daughter was little, and that was too much. And I actually taught a class for about 6 or 7 weeks for a lady, and they were 3-year-olds, or were they 4? I don't know, but I did have a helper, so that was good. But that was a learning experience. It taught me that I don't ever want to do that again. I like watching college when Leslie. I plan to color her this summer. Yeah, I haven't. I was so excited about this book coming out, and I haven't done a lot in it, so I need to do that. Making cups, making crafts. Toddlers are your favorite? Is that a tongue-in-cheek statement? Now, if all you have to do is sort of watch, I can watch a few because I did that. You know, like I said, I watched a few kids because the next church I went to, they needed people, so I was on a rotation and I didn't have to do it every week, so that was nice. But when it came to doing that every like 3 days a week, or was it 2 days? I think it was 2 days. It was what do you call that? Mother's Day out. So my daughter was in like the 5-year-olds or 4-year-olds. It's 5, and I was teaching the grade just under hers. So that was interesting. Maybe 14 kids. Yeah, my favorite age range is 3 to 6. 3 to 6, maybe you think this too. 3 to 6 is you don't have to be too organized and you get to play a lot. And they like you. Now, sometimes they get upset that their mom's not in there, but usually don't have to have diapers changed. So that's nice. Usually, yeah, they're potty trained by that time. Oh my gosh, it's 12. Oh. Let me see. I'm going to, not sure I can do that. No, I don't have it open up there. Anyway, if you want to see how Karen on My Colorful Country Life does this page, then you can go to her YouTube channel and type in Rooms of Wonder or Honey House, and you will get this. It'll pop up. Shannon, are you going to have a pop-up video live stream later? Or can we just not know? See, this one, these are going to be about the same color as what I did. Okay, so these two are a little bit different, but I think they use the same colors. And there's blue, there's some blue ones and some dark purple. Oh, thank you so much for putting it in there, Shannon. I would have done that, but I don't have my live stream opened on my computer. For some reason, I didn't do that. I'm going to ask if Emily is next today or anyone in between. Tanya's next. Tanya comes on tonight, too. Awesome. Oh, that's right. Hey, Allie. Wants to jump on the trampoline with him before dinner. Yes, I wouldn't suggest doing that after dinner. You might not feel too good. Emily is on earlier. Oh, yeah, she's on at 8. That's right. See you later, Allie. Oh, she's on today at 3:30? Awesome. Okay. Let's see. I don't stream again until Tuesday. Do you want me to save this page for that day? Or should we pick a completely different page? Or I could work a little bit more on it and then I can finish it up on stream. 1 p.m. your time. Awesome. I'm glad Allie popped in. I just catch the people in Europe. All right. I mean, I'm always going to show you my finished page, but no matter when I do it. Yeah, I think I may do that because some of this is going to take ages to do. This flower, it's bugging me. I got to be satisfied with it. So I think I'm probably going to take a really like deco pink and go over it a little bit more here and there. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea because it's going to take ages to finish. So I will not have it done by Tuesday. Yeah. But I did want to show you a little bit of everything. I might leave a couple of the pots and a little bit of the wood and maybe one of the blue flowers. So just leave a little bit to work on and finish it. All right, well, I am going to go. I'm going to go eat lunch and I can't talk. I need to water my throat. This is a page I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I saw Karen's and I said, okay, I got to do it like her. So that's what I did. You're welcome. Now I've got to find where my stream is. There it is. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Y'all are so kind. Maybe next time one of you will think about coming into the stream and just chatting. You don't have to do anything. You can just put a book out and not do anything if you want to. Bye, Shannon. See you later. All right. Y'all have a great weekend. I hope everything goes well, Shannon. Bye.